nothing sweeter. You got me feeling like a song, like a child in your arms that you hold. You got me feeling like I could believe in something bigger than myself. I want you and no one else. Piled up glass down by the dumpsters, cleaned the place to curse up the youngsters. Still they swear they thought that we had no clue. Blue and white stripes on your t-shirt, ragged jeans, stars on your sneakers. Still they swear it will be forever blue. There's nothing sweeter. You got me feeling like a song, like a child in your arms that you.
Hi, Oska.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I first have to tell you, I love Vienna.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea. I've been there 3 times, and I'm obsessed with the coffee shops, the Belvedere gardens, all that stuff.
Yeah. Fair.
My only complaint is that everything is like designed for like really tall people.
Oh, is it really?
I think so. It's not designed for like 5'4" guys. So I end up with like little stools and everything. But other than that, it's a great place.
Oh, cool. I'm happy you liked it. Yeah. I think living in Vienna, you don't do the typical things that Vienna is known for. So maybe our experience is a bit different, but I love Vienna as well. I love it so much. Yeah. No, but
Look at that tourist. Nashville. Jesus. But anyway, like a song, fantastic new single.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and I was telling you that your album as well from a couple years ago is phenomenal.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
By the way, this summer, Oska, you are opening for Coldplay and Courtney and now
Maggie Rogers.
Maggie
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I blanked out for a minute.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
Oh, I'm feeling super excited about it. I got the news a couple of months ago, I think it was, and I was at my brother's place, and we got the email. I got the email, and we read it together, and I just started crying. I was very emotional.
Like Coldplay
It's
is
like
arguably the biggest singing band in the world.
yeah. I'm such a huge fan as well, and I'm such a huge Maggie Rogers fan as well.
Yeah, Maggie's
Yeah. So I'm just super excited for the experience and overwhelmed, and it's great.
I mean, but your songs are so beautiful in a way that I feel like whether you're playing them to a room of 60 people, 100 people, or a stadium of 50,000 people,
Yeah. It will show, yeah.
I feel like someone can make a stadium feel intimate. It's you.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you so much.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah, thank you.
I think you're going to accomplish that with flying colors.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah. It's cool that it's not just one night, but 4, so I can grow into it a little. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I'm very curious to what the experience will be like and how it will feel, if it's intimate or just so overwhelmed with so many people. I don't know yet.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. By the way, you mentioned your brother.
Yeah.
I got to ask you about this. I know you probably talk about it every interview, but I think it's fascinating for my audience. I mean, you grew up with 8 siblings.
Yeah, I grew up with. So I actually grew up with my 4 siblings, and then 3 half siblings. So we're 8 in total, and I'm the youngest of 8. And yeah, it's amazing.
That must have been quite an experience. I know one of your brothers was in the Vienna Boys and like very
the boys choir.
The boys choir.
Yeah, all of my siblings are very musical, especially us 5. Because I think from my mother's side, we just grew up with music. She always sang to us and played the guitar to us. Sure. And then we all played instruments. And my one of my brothers was in the Vienna's choir, boys choir, very famous in Vienna or in Austria.
Well, you started writing with one of them, Oskar, right?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. So my first song I ever wrote was in German. I think one of the only songs I ever written in German. And I wrote it with my brother, who was called Oskar as well. Mm-hmm. And I kind of borrowed that name from him. And he was at the piano, and he always came up with these lovely melodies, and he's really talented, and he was at the time especially. And I was like 9 years old, and he was like, come with your violin, and I played like little violin melodies, and then I wrote my first lyrics.
That must have been good.
Yeah.
But that's cool, because there was always a belief like that, like you can make music for a living. It seems like it was like a reality.
Oh no, not at all. Like because none of my siblings or none of my family ever did it professionally. And growing up in Austria, there's no real structure, especially when you do music in English, you know. And I never met anyone who was a musician for a job.
Right.
And I remember pretty early on, I had this wish to be a singer, although I never met a singer, or it was so something so deep within me, I guess. And in Austria it's really hard to be a musician as well and make a living from it. And it's just such a...
I was going to ask you about because I mean, in here, I'm sure you've talked to a lot of your colleagues and new friends that you've met this week.
Yeah,
it is, you know, and like, you know, a festival like this, you know, sometimes it's hard to like make ends meet for a lot of touring musicians and all that stuff. So it is something similar in Vienna.
Yeah, I think all around the world it's hard, but in Austria I feel like it is, especially, I mean, I grew up on the countryside, you know. It's like so far off from stuff like this, you know.
Yeah.
And a musical structure or a business structure where it's more realistic, you know. Yeah. And I feel like with Austria we were a bit behind with that as well. Like I grew up, I was like 17, 18, and someone told me you can only make music make money from music in Austria if you play at weddings and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So just really being a touring musician, recording artist was not a thing. And now it's really changing in Vienna. There are a lot of young people who are singing and writing and producing, and it's really changing. Yeah.
Well, and that makes my next question the more impressive, because I mean, you turned down a bunch of like recording contracts, which is not easy to do. Like in Nashville, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
That young singer-songwriters with big dreams come in and they get stuck with the worst contract.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine how hard it must be to be able to say,
no,
when you kind of really need it,
right?
No, this is not good for me. And you did it not once, but several times.
Yeah. I think I had such luck with my mom, to be honest. Like she really loved music, and she, from a young age, she would just tell you stories about like young artists. Like she knew some stuff about labels and all of that, like that sometimes that was not the best route to take, or people taking advantage of you and wanting to make money of you. So I was kind of aware of that, really weirdly. And although she was not in the business at all, she just told stories that she heard from her favorite artists, you know? That counts. And so coming to Vienna, I was so cautious whenever there were a few bigger labels coming and meeting with me and wanting to sign me. And I had one, I met my manager, Anne-Marie, and I had such an amazing gut feeling with her. Yeah, she's like, yeah, me too. And she said one thing early on that's still sticking with me. It's like, you need to find people who are burning for what you're doing. You know what I mean? They're fans, whatever it is, if it's booking or label or management, anything. Like they really need to get the music. They need to really be a fan themselves, because they are the people who represent you in a room that you're not in. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I didn't have that feeling. I felt like with those bigger labels, they like sign a lot of people and just throw it on a wall and see what sticks, you know? And that's how I felt. And then my label now, they reached out to me after my first single came out, and we released it ourselves. I released it with my management, and they reached out, and I had a really good gut feeling and the feeling that, they really like what I'm doing, and which is such a difference.
Well, I mean, your art is spectacular.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, it needs to be said. Not that you need a reaffirmation. But one more thing I wanted to ask you, from all the research I did, and now I'm gathering it too.
Yeah.
You always seem to be in such beautiful state. Like your energy, your mindsets, and every interview that I checked out, and every video, and I know that's not easy to do. Like it doesn't come automatic, is what I'm trying to say. That's something you have to to happen. Where does that beautiful state of peace and just kind of like joy and gratitude come from? It's really great.
Oh, thank you. I think I talked about this in the Q&A on my Instagram recently, but I feel like I was such a positive kid as well, with like this trust that things would work out. And I did music, and it came a lot from my family, and we had struggles as well. A lot of struggles with like raising that many kids, and started working very early to have my own money and all that when I was still in school. And I think I kind of lost that over the years a bit, like this positive mindset. For a while, I was like really, oh, is this working out and all of that? And I'm slowly getting back there. And I don't know. Yeah, I think I had such a wrong outlook as well on the world for a long time as a kid. Yeah, but like very sheltered, and again, growing up on a countryside in Austria and all that. And then you kind of see what's going on in the world, and it makes you really sad. And then the music business is also can be very toxic place, for young people. And that really influenced me. And right now I feel like, oh my God, I'm getting back to this place of, no, I want to believe in something good again, and want to spread, kindness or goodness, or something like that. As cliche as it sounds, but yeah. Yeah. And I struggle with that. I was like, what's it worth? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I do music, and I think it's so important to do something like writing songs for a living. It's very not harmful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's so many other things you could do, that are worse in like the what it's spreading in the world. I don't know. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And you're doing just that, and thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I know you come up busy day, so thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
You just gotta come to Nashville.
Yes,
That's a promise.
I really want to. Yeah.
We'll be your Nashville champion.
I'll call you up. Thank you so much.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here for the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from J-Rod Concert Media.